What's up guys, Stardust Yu-Gi-Oh! Here together with
PhoenixEye.
So today we're doing a top 6 archetypes. Now there's something that needs to be said. He hasn't been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! For that long, so his top 6 will be a bit harder for him. And
yeah, exactly. There are probably like 3 archetypes that actually play to the point that they kind of know them.
yeah, I'll start.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So my number 6 is more of a monster type than an archetype, but I'm still gonna count it. It's Psychics. They're a lot of fun to play. They have a lot of options, a lot of unique cards. I think you could appreciate them because you like game bending cards, and they have plenty of them actually.
No, that's fun.
They're not called Psychics for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
And they have a really great synchro toolbox, like synchros they can access. I mean, hello Omega. One of my favorite cards, Overdrive Teleporter, is a Psychic. I don't know, it's a very underrated, well it's not underrated because the deck just isn't good anymore. But it's a very great and interesting deck. I just like the aesthetic of the deck as well, just how all the cards look. So that's why my number 6 is Psychics.
Yeah, fair.
So I'm curious, what's your number 6?
Well, I actually put Dark Lords on here because I really like their card art.
That's very valid reason.
Yeah, exactly. And also their playstyle seems pretty fun. A lot of old banishing stuff to the graveyard and paying life points in order to do stuff. It's it looks also like a pretty decent archetype in general. I don't have any experience playing it, but I've played against the bunch. And seems like they're...
It sounds like you might like DDD as well.
Might be, yeah.
If you actually learn how to play it, which is quite a challenge.
Yeah, that might take a while.
But yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, card art is always a fair reason to like decks. I mean, one of the upcoming ones, not the next one, but the one after that is a big reason for me to play the deck, so it's very valid. Anyways, my number 5 is Junk Doppel, aka Synchrons.
Yeah.
It's most specifically a Junk Doppel variant. Basically, shooting Crazy Dragon Turbo back in the days, just summon a huge ass synchro monster and opponent can't do anything. Sounds like a fairly fair deck. I've used to play that for years. Nowadays I don't anymore because Master Rule 4 made them awful and we don't have Needle Fiber here, so... What are you gonna do? Normal summon Junk Synchron, summon back Doppel Warrior. Junk Warrior. Pass? Doesn't sound great.
No.
I mean, yeah, I'm just joking. Jokingly. There are some great options, but yeah, let's not play it before the good support. I mean, yeah, Junk Speeder exists. You can first turn kill your opponent, but where's the fun in that? Well, there's a lot of fun in that, actually.
Yeah.
First turn kills can be fun. But what's your number 5?
Well, my number 5, and this is kind of an odd one. I accidentally deleted my notes again, so I'll just have to get those back.
Is it Odd Eyes?
No, it's technically a separate archetype, the Xian monsters.
Oh.
Because it's just the idea that there was just one great general that was so cool that he got his entire own archetype. And it's essentially just an archetype that's completely dependent on Six Samurai, and without Six Samurai you can't really do much with it. But I really like it, just the idea of that. It's essentially just like a sister archetype to Six Samurai, and allows you... And just the idea of it's essentially named after a single big boy.
Did you just spoil Six Samurai being on your list? Nobody saw that one coming. Guessed? Oh my god. Anyways, yeah. So my number 4 is Fortune Ladies. I mean, Carly's best girl. Fight me. I'll send your ass to the Shadow Realm. And she's part of the archetype kinda, so that makes it the best deck, obviously. Now, with real talk though, I really like the gimmick. Basically, the Fortune Ladies all level up every standby phase. And that's a unique kind of thing that only one other archetype, FA, actually uses. Besides that, the artwork's really neat. I like their somewhat simplistic but still cool looking design. They're all based on attributes. You have the dark one, the water one. On their own, they have really cool effects, like water. When special summons, you can draw 2 cards. And then when dark destroys a monster by battle, or a Fortune Lady while you control dark, technically, you can special summon water from the grave and then just draw 2.
Nice.
It makes Castle Call of the Haunted Pot of Greed, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, Fortune Lady is a very unique deck. It's a different way of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And before last year, they didn't really have a good game plan. I mean, the synchro wasn't there. Every, the pasty, you know, the actual good cards weren't there yet. So it was a really bad archetype. I ran it with Metal Foes and that kind of worked. It's a really unique twist, and it's a waifu archetype. Everyone has a waifu archetype, I think. True. Or not. No, I'm just a weird lad. I don't know. What's your number 4?
My number 4, this one that you kind of infect me with, is Infernity.
Oh-ho.
Because it's a gimmicky deck and I really like gimmicks in games.
I like
essentially
what I
just
see.
the idea that you're just it's essentially single player Uno for you're just trying to get all the cards out of your hand and then you can do dumb shit with it, and it just has a bit of an unique game plan to it when it comes down to that. And it's also one of the archetypes that I've seen quite a lot of because I watch his videos. Surprise.
And he duels me.
And I duel him, yeah.
I mean, there was a freaking Infernity gauntlet.
I have to I had to fight like 6 of them in a row. Help.
6 circles of hell. Is this Dante's Inferno?
Dante's Infernity. But anyway.
Dante's Infinity? Oh my god, sounds like a cool hybrid deck.
Yeah.
So, my number 3 is Lightsworn. Now, I have a special reason to like Lightsworn. So, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Since 2004, 2005, something like that, maybe a bit earlier, I don't know. When I was young, I never really enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, I casually played it here and there. Had a deck that I didn't even build myself, I just net decked the hell out of it. Yeah. Didn't really enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Didn't play it a lot, didn't watch the series a lot. I was like, yeah, I'll play it, but whatever, right? Then I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! 2009 and enjoyed it. Then I played 2010. And before I went up against Dark Signers, I had to create a good deck. So I opened the spec called Light Destruction and look inside. It's Lightsworns. Then Lightsworns carried me through the fights against Dark Signers.
No.
And ever since then, they are like special to me. So back when I returned to the physical game after that, I actually rolled with a Lightsworn deck. It's basically the first deck I ever built myself.
Oh, nice.
Lightsworn, so very high nostalgic value for me. It's a very unique deck that focused on a main deck boss monster. Like its actual boss monster was a main deck monster.
Cool.
It's just, I special summon it. Pay 1000 life points. All other cards are now destroyed. Not once per turn, so people were like, oh yeah, just this card survives. Pay 1000 again. Oh shit.
I've got money.
But yeah, Lightsworn is a lot of fun. And you might like it. It's gimmicky because it's like self-mill.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Try to mill your own deck out and like, yeah, I got lucky.
Nice,
Special
yeah.
summon, special summon. So what's your number 3?
My number 3 deck is a Subterror, because it's also a deck that every time I play against him, like, it's actually pretty interesting, you know, just the idea of like all your cards being flipped face down every turn and then being flipped face up in order to activate pretty stupid effect. Like, pretty sure there's one that like banishes a card just for free when it's flipped face up, and it can. And they also all have high defense, so especially in dueling, it's just hard to get rid of.
Yeah.
So I like that deck mostly because it just, again, it has a fun gimmick, and that makes it just a bit unique and recognizable, and it seems like pretty fun play style in general.
Yeah, I absolutely hate the deck. It's so like
understandable.
In modern Yu-Gi-Oh! It's also played, but it's more control deck. Like no,
exactly.
especially not that. No. They basically have this card that's not in Duel Links called Subterror Fiendus. If you control a Subterror, you can flip that Subterror face up, I believe. Discard it to the graveyard to negate the effect.
Okay.
Anything, so you just negate everything, basically. You just say no a lot.
That's ridiculous.
The real life Subterror is not as fun, but yeah, I can see where coming from. The design does look great.
Yeah, that also.
It's actually a TCG exclusive Archetype, so it's actually made by the American Konami.
Cool.
Well, some people say they're all made by the same Konami, but I don't know. It's TCG exclusive, and they often look cool. So my number 2 is a big surprise. Not gonna be what you think it is. It's Infernity.
Not a number 1.
Yeah, not at number 1. We'll get to that later. My number 2 is Infernity. I have a lot of love for this deck. When I watched 5D, especially in the beginning, Kalin Kiryu used to be my favorite character. His deck was really interesting. I mean, a headless deck.
Yeah, exactly.
How does that even work, right? So I got into it, tried it. It was a lot of fun. Like, I used to play non-stop Infernity for years online before I actually started playing physically. And it's just the main reason I liked Infernity is because every duel is different, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you fully depend on the card you're gonna draw, because you have no hand. You literally have to depend on the draw, and it just because of the randomness, it makes duels more interesting.
Yeah, I can see that.
Nowadays it's more streamlined, that's why it kind of went down in my list. I don't like Infernity that much anymore. I still like it, I play Infernity Dangerous, you guys have seen. But it's different from the Infernity I used to love, if that makes sense. So anyways, your number 2 is Magical Musket. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, well, there's one of the few decks that I kind of know how to play. It's it just has, again, a fun gimmick of being able to play traps and spells from your hand. That's fun in my opinion.
I just had to screw out with because I knew his
Yeah,
number 2 was magical magic.
Yeah, it's...
Next you're gonna say Six Samurai.
Hush. Spoilers! But anyway. Yeah, I just like them. They're overall fun cards, and they've again a fun gimmick that just allows you to just playing cards from your hand feels pretty good when you do it on someone else's turn. So that's it's a real dick move to pull off, but doing it. Yeah, I've never really played against Magical Musketeers, so maybe that's a good reason why I like them.
It's actually one of the 2 decks you know has in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
So our number 1 is Six Samurai.
Oh, really?
Top 10 anime. So I have to give this deck credit. I used to not be the biggest Six Samurai fan ever. I mean, I mostly played against it, so that was awful. But the amount of crazy shit I can do with this deck. Draw Exodia, destroy your entire deck, hand loop you, FTK with Amazonas Archer, do this FTK, use the world to...
Final countdown.
Final countdown in the first turn, I mean. Not the first turn, you don't get to play.
Yeah, you mostly just use it like some sort of, as I said, an engine in order to... an engine that allows you to just kind of play a lot of monsters, and that can get you all kinds of dumb effects. And I just like it because it's one of the first decks I played. Like in Duel Links, I played it before the good Six Samurai cards came out, so I had like the original Six Samurai... And it's just, it feels to me like a deck that has a lot of heart to it. It's just like, kind of like your Infernity is like, depending on the cards you get, it's different ways in which you can play it and get some variation. It just feels in some way like an honest deck to play.
Yeah, fair. And it's just very cool design. They all look neat. The little lore is nice. None of the cards are inherently unfair unless you play them like me. Exactly. I mean, if you play my style, oh boy, you're in for hell of a ride.
I mean, Gateway is kind of unfair.
I mean, I'm basically on a mission to get Gateway banned for the heck of it. Because why not, right? No, but it's respectable. I actually got to say first place. I mean, initially when I made this list, it changed later. Six Samurai were at 6. 1, because of the bad joke, I mean, 6 Samurai at 6. And 2, because, well, they're not exactly my favorite deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! History, but recently, I mean, most of the decks I've been playing are Six Samurai forms, some form of Six Samurai. So I have to give the deck a lot of credit. I used to play the Duel Links as well, then I switched to Fortune Ladies because, well, I get an opportunity to play Fortune Ladies for once in my life. Hello, I'm gonna take that. Might just play them in real life, not sure yet. But yeah, Six Samurai just are a lot of fun, and the shenanigans the deck can just unleash on your opponent. It's like no limit. Anything you want to do, they can probably do.
Yeah,
except for Destiny board. Seriously, don't even go there. Don't try it. Like, it's not gonna work.
With my Gateway.
Although probably, if you place Gateway on the 5th spell and trap slot, use the world to skip turns, and then just pop your own.
Here comes another deck.
Theoretically, you could use the world to first kill your opponent. Oh wait, actually, Destiny board needs to be used in your opponent's end phase.
So you need to give them at least 1 turn.
Yeah, so you can just skip the turn. You need to actually give them so that doesn't work. But anyways, yeah, the amount of things, the stupid things it can do, it's just ridiculous. So we both have the same deck, but kinda different reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what's your favorite archetype? Tell us in the comments. I always read my comments, of course. Maybe he'll drop in as well. Don't know. Maybe he doesn't.
Yeah, I usually read them as well. But
he does. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stars you here signing out.
And PhoenixEye as well.
Yeah, him as well. Ha! Ha! Ho ho ho.